They say death begins in the heart, but for many men over 60, it starts somewhere far more personal: your penis. Yes, you heard that right. When blood stops flowing properly down there, it's not just your manhood at risk, it's a red flag for deeper health collapse. Silent, gradual, and devastating. We're talking about poor circulation, weak flow, softness, fatigue, the quiet early warnings of something far worse. But here's the truth no one tells you. Your body still wants to fight back. You just have to give it the right tools. I'm Dr. Mohit Khera, a specialist in men's health and urology with over 30 years of experience helping older men across America restore vitality, performance, charm, and confidence, without relying on pills or painful procedures. What I'm about to share isn't theory, it's proven, natural, and shockingly simple. You see, most men over 60 don't realize this one paradox. Some of the most powerful weapons against aging, erectile decline, and sluggish blood flow are sitting right in your grocery store's produce aisle. And yes, I'm talking about fruit. Not just any fruit. 3 specific fruits that, when used properly, can increase circulation, support kidney function, and reignite your intimacy from the inside out. In the next few minutes, you'll discover what these fruits are, how they work together, the most common mistake men make when eating them, and the exact plan to reboot your circulation in just 7 days. So stay with me, this could change everything. Before we dive in, if you're serious about boosting your energy, performance, and circulation naturally after 60, make sure to hit that subscribe button and turn on the bell, so you never miss a life-changing health tip made specifically for men like you. And if this message speaks to you, type 1 in the comments. If it doesn't, type 0. Your feedback helps me make this content better for you. All right, let's get straight into it. If you're wondering where to begin, start with this: red grapes. This isn't just a fruit, it's your first line of defense against poor blood flow, low energy, and declining performance after 60. Let me show you why red grapes may be the most powerful ally your circulation has been missing. 1. Red grapes, the flow restorer. I still remember the moment I first saw the data. It was a quiet afternoon in clinic, and I had an older patient, 72 years old, former Navy, come in and tell me, almost ashamed, "Doc, things aren't working like they used to." He wasn't talking about his heart or his joints. He was talking about blood flow where it matters most. We ran his labs. His cholesterol was creeping up. Blood pressure a little too high, no major red flags, but his circulation down there was sluggish, and he could feel it. His energy was low. Intimacy felt like a distant memory. Now here's the part most doctors miss. Your penis is like a window into your vascular health. When blood doesn't flow well there, it's usually not flowing well elsewhere either. That's when I told him about red grapes. These small, ordinary fruits are rich in a natural compound called resveratrol. It lives in the skin of red grapes and has an extraordinary ability to relax your blood vessels and support nitric oxide production, the very compound your body needs to open arteries and fuel stronger, longer-lasting circulation, not just for intimacy, but for your heart, your brain, and your overall vitality. When this patient started eating red grapes daily, just a handful in the morning, sometimes with breakfast, sometimes as a snack, he told me within 2 weeks he felt different. He had more energy during the day. He felt more alive. And yes, he noticed a difference down there too. That's the power of targeted fruit, used with purpose, not just for taste. Red grapes are nature's way of giving older men back their flow. And the best part? They're easy to find and easy to enjoy. But red grapes are only the beginning. Because if you're over 60 and not paying attention to this next fruit, you could be silently damaging your kidneys. And that damage could be stopping you from ever regaining the strength and stamina you once had. Let's talk about it. 2. Cranberries, the kidney guardian. Several years ago, I had a patient named Walter, 68, retired teacher, sharp mind, warm smile, but he was tired all the time, not just a little sluggish. He was drained, run down, and, as he put it, feeling like half the man I used to be. At first, we checked the usual suspects: testosterone, sleep, stress, but the real culprit surprised even him, his kidneys. What most men don't realize is this: your kidneys aren't just there to help you pee. They filter your blood, regulate blood pressure, and directly affect your circulation, especially to your lower body. If your kidneys are struggling, everything slows down. Blood flow, energy, and yes, even your performance in the bedroom. This is where cranberries quietly shine. Most people think of cranberries as just a holiday side dish or something women take for urinary health. But there's so much more. Packed with powerful compounds called proanthocyanidins, cranberries fight inflammation, cleanse the urinary tract, protect kidney function, and improve the filtration process that keeps your blood clean and your body energized. When I had Walter add unsweetened cranberry juice to his morning routine, just a small glass, and a sprinkle of dried cranberries with lunch, the change was noticeable within weeks. He was getting up less at night to urinate, his energy improved, his legs didn't feel as heavy, and for the first time in a long time, he told me his mornings were starting to feel normal again. The kidneys are silent workers. You don't feel them failing until it's already affecting your life. That's why supporting them now, before real problems hit, is one of the smartest moves a man over 60 can make. Cranberries protect the foundation. But what if you want to go beyond protection and actually revive passion, spark desire, and boost your physical connection with your partner again? That's where the next fruit comes in, and it might surprise you just how powerful it is. Let's explore it. 3. Cherries, the intimacy booster. There was a moment I'll never forget. An older gentleman, 74, sat across from me and said, "Doc, I don't need to feel like I'm 25 again. I just want to feel close to my wife. I miss that part of me." That hit me, because as a doctor, I treat the body. But as a man, I know that intimacy runs much deeper than performance. It's about connection, confidence, and being present in the moment. That's when I told him about cherries. Cherries, especially tart cherries, are one of nature's most underestimated gifts for men's health. They're rich in anthocyanins, powerful plant compounds that help reduce inflammation in blood vessels and support healthy circulation throughout the body, including the areas that matter most in moments of intimacy. But what makes cherries so special goes beyond blood flow. They help boost dopamine levels in the brain, the same chemical responsible for desire, motivation, and emotional bonding. In my practice, I've had men tell me they not only noticed firmer, more reliable erections after adding tart cherry juice to their nightly routine, but they also felt more emotionally available, more interested, more connected, more alive in their relationships. One man even called them his marriage fruit. Cherries also support deep sleep by naturally increasing melatonin, which helps restore your hormonal balance overnight. Better sleep, better mood, better performance, it all connects. So if you've been feeling distant, less driven, or just not like yourself, don't underestimate what a daily dose of cherries can do. They're small, sweet, and surprisingly powerful when it comes to bringing that spark back. But here's something you might not expect. While each of these fruits works well on its own, something remarkable happens when you combine them. It's not just addition, it's synergy. Let me show you why they work even better together. If you're still watching and this message is resonating with you, go ahead and comment the number 1 below to let me know you're still with me. Now let's keep going. What happens when you combine all 3 of these powerful fruits? 4. Why these 3 fruits work better together. Years ago, I had a conversation with a fellow doctor I deeply respect. He once told me, "Nature rarely works in isolation. Real healing comes from synergy." At the time, I nodded politely, but I didn't fully understand it until I began seeing what happened when my patients combined certain foods in a thoughtful, consistent way. You see, red grapes, cranberries, and cherries are each powerful on their own, but when you bring them together, something greater begins to happen. Red grapes relax and open up the arteries, helping blood flow freely. Cranberries support the kidneys, allowing that blood to stay clean and balanced. Cherries reduce inflammation and enhance desire, both physically and emotionally. So when you eat all three regularly, they don't just fix one problem. They create a healthy ecosystem inside your body. Your circulation improves, your energy stabilizes, your sleep deepens, and slowly, your sense of vitality begins to return, not just in the bedroom, but throughout your life. I've seen men who were once resigned to slowing down begin walking taller, sleeping better, and smiling more, because their bodies weren't fighting them anymore. They were finally supporting their own recovery, using simple foods most people overlook. When I guide my older patients through this three-fruit approach, it's like unlocking a missing gear in their engine. Things that felt sluggish start to move again. The light comes back in their eyes. And it's not from supplements or medications. It's from giving their body exactly what it's been missing. But even the best foods can't do their job if you make one critical mistake. A mistake I see older men make every single day without realizing how much it's holding them back. Let's talk about what that mistake is and how to avoid it starting now. 5. The number one mistake most men make with fruits. I once had a patient in his early 60s, Bill, who came into my office frustrated. He said, "Doc, I've been eating all the right stuff, grapes, cherries, even cranberry juice, but nothing's changing. I still feel sluggish, still no real difference down there." I could see he was doing the work, but he was missing something important, something I see far too often with older men trying to reclaim their health through nutrition. The biggest mistake isn't that they're not eating the right fruits, it's how they're eating them. Too many men grab fruit from a can drenched in syrup, or they drink cranberry juice with added sugars, or they throw fruit on top of a heavy, fatty breakfast and expect results. That's not healing, that's sabotage. Processed sugars, chemical preservatives, poor timing, they all interfere with the body's ability to absorb and use the compounds that make these fruits so powerful. Another common mistake? Eating fruit at night after a heavy meal, or worse, skipping it altogether and turning to quick-fix supplements that offer nothing close to the real thing. Fruit needs to be eaten intentionally, fresh or frozen, with minimal additives, and ideally on an empty stomach or between meals, when your body can fully benefit from the vitamins, antioxidants, and blood-boosting compounds inside. When I showed Bill how to properly time his fruit intake, grapes in the morning, cherries before bed, cranberries midday, and how to pair them with light, clean meals, it changed everything. Within weeks, his energy improved, his circulation picked up, and that sluggishness, gone. If you're going to use nature as medicine, you have to treat it that way, with respect, with consistency, and with strategy. Now, if you're wondering how to put all of this into action without overthinking it, I've got something for you. A simple, step-by-step plan you can start today, designed specifically for men over 60 to reboot their circulation in just 1 week. Let's walk through it together. 6. Your 7-day circulation reboot plan. When it comes to turning your health around after 60, I've found that most men don't need more information. They need a plan, something simple, practical, and easy to follow. I remember one of my longtime patients, Gerald, 67, a retired postal worker, who told me, "Doc, don't give me theory, just tell me what to do and I'll do it." And that's exactly what this 7-day reboot is all about. It's not a diet, it's not a cleanse. It's a gentle shift in how you fuel your body to get your blood flowing where it matters most, especially down there. Start your mornings with a handful of red grapes on an empty stomach. Let them be the first thing your body receives, giving your arteries that resveratrol-rich boost right from the beginning of the day. Mid-morning or early afternoon, mix in a small serving of dried cranberries, no added sugar, or drink a small glass of pure, unsweetened cranberry juice. This helps your kidneys stay clear and your filtration system working efficiently. In the evening, about an hour before bed, enjoy tart cherries, either a small bowl of frozen ones or a tablespoon of tart cherry concentrate diluted in water. It not only boosts circulation, but also supports better sleep and hormonal recovery overnight. Alongside these fruits, drink plenty of water, 6 to 8 cups per day. Add lemon, cucumber, or a pinch of sea salt if you need variety. Keep your meals clean, your movement gentle, and your consistency strong. This isn't about being perfect. It's about showing up for yourself day after day with the right tools in your hands. By the end of the week, many men notice they're waking up with more energy. Their legs feel lighter. Their confidence begins to quietly return. But what happens when you stick to this for 30 days? That's when real transformation begins, and what I'll share next may surprise you. 7. What to expect after 30 days. I always tell my patients, give your body time to respond. The damage didn't happen overnight, and neither will the healing. But something remarkable happens when you give your body what it's been quietly begging for. I remember checking in with Frank, a 70-year-old former construction foreman, after his first month of sticking with the fruit plan we discussed. He looked at me with this quiet grin and said, "Doc, I didn't think fruit could do this much." What did he mean? He was waking up with energy again. The brain fog that used to hang over him in the mornings had lifted. His bathroom trips at night had gone from 5 to just 1. And intimacy, something he had quietly accepted was gone, had started to feel possible again. His wife noticed. He noticed. And he told me he felt like a better version of himself, not younger, but more present. After 30 days, this is what many men begin to notice. Stronger morning erections, steadier blood pressure, deeper sleep, and a renewed sense of physical and emotional vitality. They walk with more ease, speak with more certainty, and feel a confidence that doesn't come from a bottle. It comes from within. That's the power of natural, consistent change. When your blood flows better, your entire life starts to feel lighter. And the best part is, it's sustainable. You're not forcing anything, you're simply aligning with what your body was built to do. But here's the thing I always remind my patients. Results are just the beginning. The real question is, how do you hold on to this momentum and build a lifestyle that keeps working for you? Not just for 30 days, but for years to come. In our final moments together, I'll show you exactly how to keep this going and make it part of the life you truly want to live. Conclusion. If there's one thing I've learned in over 3 decades of treating men over 60, it's this. Your body wants to heal. It wants to move, to love, to connect, and to feel alive again. But it needs your help. It needs the right signals. And sometimes, the most powerful signals come from the simplest things, like a bowl of cherries, a handful of grapes, or a small glass of cranberry juice. We started this journey with a warning that for many men, the first signs of aging don't show up in the heart, they show up down there. Poor circulation, fading energy, intimacy that feels like a thing of the past. But we didn't stop there. You discovered how red grapes can restore flow, how cranberries guard your kidneys, and how cherries spark desire and soothe inflammation. And when you combine these 3, they don't just help your lower body, they change your whole rhythm. You learned how to avoid the common mistakes most men make with fruit. You got a 7-day plan that's practical and easy to follow. And you now know what's possible when you give this time, 30 days of consistency, and your life starts to feel very different. I've seen it happen again and again. The men who commit, even just a little, often tell me it's one of the best decisions they've made for themselves. This isn't about being perfect, it's about momentum. Choosing to support your body today in small but meaningful ways so that tomorrow feels just a little better and then better again. So if you've made it this far, I want to thank you for giving yourself this time. Your health matters, your energy matters, and the people who love you, they're rooting for you to feel like yourself again. The next step is yours to take. If this message spoke to you, don't keep it to yourself. Give it a like to let me know you're with me. Share it with a friend, a brother, or someone you care about who might need this reminder. And if you've had any experience with these fruits or want to start your journey today, leave a comment below. I read every single one. If you'd like to support the work I do in bringing clear, honest health advice to men over 60, consider making a small donation. Every bit helps me keep this content going and free for those who truly need it. Your health is your power. Let's protect it together.